Hello everyone, my name is Lucifer, and welcome to My Name Is You. And I don't know if the whole title is the whole game or if it's just that. I think it's called My Name Is You, and that's the only unusual thing in my life. And that reminds me of the scene from Rush Hour. But yeah, I am sorry, I was moving something and it made a big noise. Well, behind the scenes for you. Yeah, so it seems like a very. I like story games, I like the games with choices and stuff, and this looked very interesting because it had that dark feeling and it had that classic story game feeling. So thought I'd give it a try. I'm guessing that's Russian, maybe, but I'm gonna go English. Okay. Missing, calm. I'm calm. I like to think so at least. Why is that person on the left there without arms? All right. Okay. It may
It may
seem.
seem that the story
Oh,
of you
I
is
can't say
chaotic.
anything.
However, in reality, it is not. The more stories you pass through, the more likely you will be to piece it into one whole picture.
Mm-hmm.
Use every possible opportunity. The truth is somewhere close.
So it's basically telling me to, or he's basically telling me to go through the game more than once. All right. Let's go. Let's go right into it.
I suppose I will start at the very beginning.
Always a good place to start. Can I click on something? Okay.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1. Okay.
Once upon a time, there
No, it's just
lived
that's chapter
you.
1 over there. There lived you. Alright.
Despite his unusual name, his life was hardly any different from others.
Mm-hmm.
It was an unusually usual day when he was getting ready to go to work.
What is that? That's the pause button. It's so small. Why are there bed sheets over there? Okay. Hmm. It was an usual day when he was getting ready to go to work. That implies that the days where things are normal is when the thing is unusual. Maybe
2 hours of sleep.
two
What a
hours of
formality,
sleep.
he said to himself, glancing at his watch.
Yeah, I get about 3 to 4 hours of sleep. 4 usually, but sorry, 3 usually, 4 on rare days. Sometimes I get so sleep deprived that I sometimes just sleep for 5 hours. I know, right? 5 full hours. Woo!
He was used to working at night, just as he was used to never having days off.
Hmm. All right. He's a night worker.
That morning, the buttons on his shirt were fastened faster than usual.
I wonder why.
This was not by chance. The tear-off calendar boldly declared Friday, April 3rd.
Is it not April the 13th? That's unfortunate. April the 13th is so cool. But it's not.
It reminded him that there were only 3 workdays before his holiday, and there was no room for mistakes.
Wait. April the 6th. 6th. 6th is a holiday. Why is that a holiday? I might be dumb, but alright. So if he gets a mistake, does that mean that he doesn't get a holiday? Intriguing.
His room in a communal apartment was not very big,
I have
so it did not take him
roommates.
long to pack.
Wait, I thought I was gonna work. Am I packing for work or am I packing for
Having got
vacation?
dressed, he quietly walked past the neighbors' rooms into the hallway.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know
Somebody
why I said
was
fair enough
snoring
there, but
loudly
okay.
in the furthest room,
Hmm.
which caused you to smile for some reason.
Okay, signs of a creepy psychopath. when you snore
He walked up to the
when
front
you hear
door
someone
and
when you
accidentally
smile when
stepped
you hear
on
someone
a pile
snore.
of letters. Picking up the envelopes, he saw his name on one of them. You automatically put it in his pocket and walked out.
That makes no sense. Oh no, it does. Never mind. The game kind of confused me. It says you, even though it's his name, so it makes it question if it's first or second person. I keep forgetting the person format, but it does make sense. You and his are the same person here, so okay, it makes sense. Never mind. I just wanted to point that out for some reason.
The
I got
thought
confused
that
for a second.
next
Very
Sunday
well done, game.
a huge stone would be removed from the entrance to the crypt of his existence by the power of labor legislation kept you going.
Okay. The thought that the next Sunday a huge stone would be removed from the entrance to the crypt that was by the power of labor legislation. I don't know much about labor legislation. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest, but alright, sure, I'll go with it. Hurry to work, read the letter. Hurry to work, read the letter. Hurrying to work will give me the holiday, but I'm going to be working forever in my life anyways. Let's read their letter. I'm curious.
Glancing at the address line, a chill went through Yu's body for a split second. From Darina.
Darina. Okay.
Yu was confused by the seal on the envelope, indicating the place of departure. No leave grad.
No leave grad. No leave grad. What does grad mean? Graduation? Gradually? No leave is definitely an acronym or something like that. It's definitely multiple words put together. So no leave something.
Is she really coming back to Cannot? Yu wondered.
Cannot? What's cannot?
Dear Yu, my doctor's suspicions are confirmed. I have the same disease that struck you. I thought it over and decided that we need to break up. It may seem that things like that should bring people closer, but it would be unfair to myself. We can have our last date on the morning of April 3rd in the Seafront Cafe. And then I will leave Cannot and go abroad.
They're trying to play with words here. All right.
He felt dizzy.
Go to work or the cafe? She's leaving either way. I mean, So my thought process is right now that she's gonna leave either way. So, and we never knew about this, and it's just suddenly at our doorstep, meaning that it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go to work, just because in the end she's gonna leave either way. It doesn't really
The trip
matter.
to work
So,
took
you know.
him by a few blocks, but the road seemed endless now.
But I thought I was feeling dizzy. Okay, it's only a couple of blocks away. Then we could have made both,
Though
you know.
Yu suffered from excessive hypochondria.
Oh,
He really had an incurable disease.
okay.
He clearly remembered that day when he heard the diagnosis.
Beep, beep,
Since that moment,
beep.
he stopped counting new birthmarks on his body.
Birthmarks. You get those when you're Birthmarks are something you get when you're born, or you're born with, or you get them at very early. Well, that's not a birthmark technically, but that's fine. Okay, it's stuff that you're born with, but so why would you get new birthmarks? Do you mean scars? Is he hurting himself, maybe?
As soon as he reached the park, he saw a pack of street dogs rushing towards him.
Are they friendly street
Deja
dogs?
vu.
Deja vu. Deja vu.
Yu's heart dropped.
Why is it dropping?
Time stood still.
Why? Run away, freeze in place? Freeze in place! It's the... just want to pause quickly. It's the third response. There's flight, fright, and freeze. Flight, freeze. Flight, fight, freeze. Fight, fight, freeze. Flight, fight. Challenge for you guys. Try to say that fast 3 times. Anyways, let's go back. Yeah, you can either run away, fight, or freeze. Those are your 3 responses.
Wishing to regain control of the situation, Yu froze in place in an attempt to suppress fear.
Or maybe you're just afraid of it. You never know.
Insolence. The mongrels became even angrier.
How? I mean, sure, I guess, yeah.
Without slowing down, one of the dogs jumped
Oh.
and grabbed your throat.
Oh.
The barking slowly died down.
What? Why? What did I do to them?
His father yielded a piercing shout.
Okay.
Silence.
Silence! Okay, it's probably copyrighted, I'm not sure. Wait, that's the end? Why is that the end? I'm gonna quickly go because it's copyrighted. Oh no. Why is that the end? I thought it didn't have ends like that. Novel by Nikita Kath. Okay. I'm going to you. That is good at the end. Okay, I'm gonna do that again. I shall do that again.
suppose I was
Okay, let's just skip all of this. Let's go.
What?
It's okay. So it's very intriguing what's happening.
Despite it wasn't
Yeah.
too.
So
was
the dogs
usually-
attacked me for no reason. Why would the dogs attack me if I haven't done anything?
This
Because the dogs wouldn't
It
attack me
reminded
if I
him
haven't
that
like hurt them or something, and I'm clearly
his-
afraid of the dogs, and I
Having got
have
dressed,
the fear. Yeah, I'm afraid of them. I can't speak properly
He
like
walked up.
usual, but that's fine.
the thought that next
But it's intriguing. All right, let's read the letter because that's what he did for the first time.
glance
But yeah, so running away is
was-
the proper answer there, I guess.
is. Dear you.
Wait, was
He
that?
felt
Did you ever become so candid? Was that a line before, or are they adding lines?
the trip to work.
All right, so doggos come
No use.
by. Or is there only like
Clearly
one true ending to the
remembered that
game? I have to
day
go through all
when he
the
heard the
side stuff.
Since that moment, he stopped.
Okay, yeah, so you have a con,
Yes.
Toria and stuff, dogs
Deja
rush,
vu.
deja vu,
Use heart.
use heart dropped, time stood still. Okay, let's run away, let's see what happens.
You trying to run away, but he barely took a couple of steps and stumbled, falling flat on the ground. As soon as he stretched out on the pavement, the dogs lost all interest.
Hey,
in him.
that's one way to lose interest, just lie down on the pavement.
Everything that happened seemed
Alright.
to him insanely familiar. Bringing back,
Ah, okay.
holding onto his neck, and feeling old scars against his palm, you looked at his ragged suit.
Okay.
His head was buzzing from pain.
That does what happens when you fall down on the ground. This is true.
Glancing at his watch, he wondered if it was appropriate to go to work looking like that.
Okay. I'm gonna say go to work. It's important to do work rather than look presentable all the
You
time.
barely caught into the office when two male silhouettes appeared behind him. He turned around and saw his boss and a man he had never seen before, a little farther away.
Welcome, Mr. Anderson.
The boss frowned and cast a reproachful glance at you.
Hi, boss. How you doing?
Figuring they would have to introduce each other, you quickly took off his ragged jacket, hung it on the back of his chair.
Oh no,
Let me introduce myself. You.
I didn't mean to click so fast.
My name is Frank. And you?
Yeah, this is gonna happen.
To avoid unnecessary explanations, you took a name tag from his table and pointed to it,
All right, that's one way to do it. Okay, that is smart. I respect that.
despite the fact that there was no live communication with clients. The work charter required name tags.
I mean, fair enough. It helps me.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's a very unusual name. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You. That makes more sense.
It
You
is
know, it's
the
English.
only
Mhm.
unusual detail of my life.
Ah. Okay.
Awkward pause hung.
I mean, getting hypochondria and the other stuff too is also unusual. Not every single person has it, so you know. Yeah.
Frank is our security guard starting today.
Frank is our security guard starting today. I don't know why I'm repeating what you said. I'm trying to be relevant here, okay? The game is taking my only purpose in the in any video. It's to narrate things. All right.
A security guard. Some of my important documents are missing.
Oh,
There are only two of us. What kind of documents?
it's only two of us. Why only two of us?
That I cannot tell you.
Suspicious.
You mean you suspect me?
Of course he does.
No, I do not. Clean yourself up. What is wrong with your hands?
Just rubbing my hands on the ground. It's it's a tradition in my family. We do it for
Eliminating
years,
any
you know.
opportunity to continue this conversation, the boss turned around
and went
into his office.
Okay, okay.
The room plunged into silence. You got down to some clerical work.
I'm a cleric. Divine heal. All right.
You was sitting at his sturdy desk, imagining again and again how the shelves, stocked with books on jurisprudence, would break loose due to their own weight from friable concrete and break his head.
Why are you imagining that? Wow, that's dark. That's what I would imagine too,
Allowing
but still.
himself a little break,
But still.
Yu took his diary from his table drawer and made a note.
Again, this game is playing with words, how it says you took his diary, even though you are him, or is him, or you is him. His, you is him. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You is him. It's really playing with words. It's well done, because it can actually confuse someone who is not paying attention or gets confused. So yeah.
I never took a plate of soup at school lunches, even when I really wanted to. I was afraid to spill it in front of everyone, but I could put it on the table, which seems to be my life's pattern.
That is fair. Soup is very dangerous, and it's just waiting to be spilled because soup is evil. It just wants you to embarrass
Feeling
yourself.
some satisfaction from writing that, he resumed work.
Why would you write that in a diary, though? I mean,
There
isn't
was
a diary a
rustle
daily
of the
writing
janitor's
thing?
broom and the trill of birds outside the window. More accurate than the clock, you thought?
The trail of the birds.
Chapter
So
2.
the clock is broken, apparently. Oh yeah, right. Chapter 2. Let's go.
On the second day of work, every sip of coffee came out of his nose as blood.
Okay, this white tea is better,
Covering
guys.
his nose with his hand, Yu went to the restroom.
You went to the restroom. Cough, cough. That's what I do. That's what I write. I write cough.
Excuse me. I wish I could narrate a little faster and keep you from getting bored. But
I'm
let's
sorry.
continue.
No
Returning to
worries
his
at all.
workplace,
You do your own narration at
Yu
your own
saw
pace.
Frank
That's completely fine. I'm
sitting
here
at his
for as
table
long as you want me
and
to be here.
leafing through his personal diary.
Oh.
Such violation of personal boundaries, it seemed, was about to put Yu out of temper.
Keep calm or get angry yeah, take yours, snatch it back. Take yours and snatch it back. Snatch it back, let's go.
Yu gripped his diary and unexpectedly for himself pushed Frank to the wall, knocking a chair out from under him.
That's probably gonna go for some kind of
The
allegation or
shelves above
something like
Yu's
that.
desk shook and fell on Frank, lying in a fetal position, covering his head with his hands.
At the end of chapter 1, we talked about how he thought about how a book would fall on his head and kill him. Okay.
Yu did not hear the sound of the shells falling. There was nothing but inner noise in his head.
Oh. The condition that
In
the girl
outward
talked about.
righteous anger, Yu stood over the defeated guard.
Oh.
The holes from the missing parquet boards under his head were slowly filled with crimson.
Oh, I killed someone. Oh, come on. You can't just end it there. Alright, I will go back to the other option. I keep choosing the wrong options. Alright, let's take ours this time. I don't know what that means.
me.
Give it to me.
Here, take it. I was curious.
Sure you
In a
were.
moment, Yu hid his diary in the drawer of his desk.
Okay.
I am sorry if I offended you.
You didn't, it's
The
fine.
incident
You
seemed to be over.
just
but
made me
Frank's
very
intrusive
angry.
nature got the better of him.
interesting. I
Can
might.
I ask you a question?
I mean, to be honest, I would also be very curious if I saw a diary and no one around, but I would probably not stick around for too long because you never know when they're coming back. I just have a quick peek and go away. Yep, that makes sense. Definitely. Sure, ask me a
Why
question.
does everyone in your notes die?
They do. Because maybe it's a game. Answer, keep silence. Answer! Honesty is the best policy.
Perhaps the lack of communication affected you.
People say that for a reason.
Unexpectedly for himself, he answered the question directly.
Alright.
I'm not sure, but it seems to me that the desire to kill a self-protagonist in the text takes root in the desire to alienate the described situations from a real self.
I'm not sure, but it seems to me that the desire to kill a protagonist The text takes roots in the desire to alienate the described situations from a real self. Okay, so he's basically killing himself in the book so that it seems different than real life, so the diary doesn't seem too real, maybe? That's what he meant?
You said it as if he had prepared an answer to this question a long time ago. Or, at least he had thought about it before.
Like it's a
Silence
game.
set in. Frank was embarrassed by his answer and tried to look understanding.
Oh, thank you, Frank. You're so understanding.
Well, more likely that it is just easier to kill.
Well, it is easier to kill a book character, that is true.
Office phone rang.
Ring, ring. Answer the call. Answer the call. There's all you cannot not answer.
As soon as
That means
came
you have to
up
answer.
the phone, the ringing stopped.
Huh. Maybe the phone doesn't like me. Like everyone else. No one likes
He
Oh.
barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You can do it, you can do it. Answer the call. Don't stop answering.
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped.
Okay.
He barely returned to his desk when the phone.
It's gonna be a loop. It's gonna be a loop, isn't it?
As soon
Alright, it's gonna be a
he
loop.
barely.
Alright. Let's ignore the call because it's a loop.
The ringing bored into his skull. You was buzzing together with the receiver.
Vibe check. Or no, wait. Buzz check. I don't know. I'm just saying something
You
for now.
involuntarily took off, but his head started spinning, and he was seeing dark spots.
Is it misophonia maybe? Probably.
Holding
I have it,
on to
but
the
yeah.
railing, you slid down the stairs and jumped out onto the street.
That is a strong reaction. I hear a phone ring, I jump out my balcony. I mean, there's other reasons to do it
He ran
because,
into his
but you know,
boss
not
at
the
the door.
phone.
Who stood there smoking.
Oh wow, boss! Look at me, I'm doing parkour. Aren't I cool, boss? I'm one of the
Go
cool
to bed
kids.
now. You can give me the rest of the papers tomorrow.
Wait, the boss is telling me to go to bed?
He
Interesting.
did not have any strength left to work anyway.
Why?
Although
Huh.
he left some things in the office, you was not in a hurry to go back. He sat down on the doorstep to rest.
Okay.
His vision was not particularly keen on the second day, so it took him a while to recognize a familiar face.
Is it the girlfriend?
You livened a little. A welcoming grin appeared on his face.
Oh.
Hi, Max. Why are you not at work?
Wait, weren't the only two
I
people...
dismissed my students a little early. How
Oh,
are you
okay. I was gonna say
feeling?
weren't the only two people who were working where you works is you and the boss. But apparently this is a different guy in a different place. All right, makes sense.
As usual, another
Oh
night
right, it's a
shift.
night shift. Like it also makes sense as to why. Wait. Back up. It's April the 3rd. The girlfriend said April 3rd morning. So it's April the 3rd nighttime. Or it could be like 12 in the morning, maybe? Then the first episode's girlfriend thing doesn't make sense because it's either April the 3rd early morning, which is technically nighttime, or it is April the 3rd night, as an 8 o'clock night. That means I would have either it's too early to meet the girlfriend, or it's too late. So either way, that doesn't work. So I think that's like an end to the game, that option. Maybe. I don't know if any of that made sense, but yeah.
If I was your father, I would have fired you long ago.
Oh. So now it makes sense. My boss is my father. So that's why he told me to go to bed. Okay, makes a little more sense.
What will you have left for me then?
It's the most dead tone ever, but makes sense. I have a headache and stuff like that.
Max
So,
answered with a question.
do
you want me to take your shift?
Why would you want that? No, thank you. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I'll have my
You
own
quickly
shift.
said goodbye and left.
Huh. Interesting.
He heard some painful coughing behind his back, and his lips let out a grin of satisfaction.
Why? Why am I laughing at
Coming
Max's
home,
thing? Max's
you
cough.
could barely stand on his feet.
All right.
Notwithstanding his lack of sleep and fatigue, he could not fall asleep.
This is why you sleep, kids. The more sleep you get, the better you are. I mean, there's also oversleeping, which is bad, but try and get at least 8 hours of sleep. All right, or at least 6
The
hours.
day
6 hours is
flashed in
good.
his head on repeat.
All right.
As for the breakup,
Oh,
On the
okay.
contrary,
Sorry, I said that by mistake.
the entire time during his relationship with Darina, you wondered,
Did she love me?
why did she love him?
Ah, okay.
Drained of all strength and weak in spirit from birth,
Hmm.
he did not anymore. Dizziness and pain subsided. At some point, he even thought about calling a doctor, just to make sure that he was still alive.
Alive is also subjective. If you feel alive by partying, that's you're alive. If you feel alive by reading books, that's you're alive. Being lively is your own thing. Anyways, I know what he means here. It makes sense. You just want to make sure that you don't have any diseases or whatever. But yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay.
But sleep took its toll.
Good night.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
The
Let's
alarm
do
went
it.
off.
Ring, ring.
You faced a
Ring,
new
ring.
day
Oh, that's a phone.
with
Never
weakness
mind.
in his legs
I
and a
suck at
throbbing
Foley.
headache.
You faced a new day with weakness in his legs and a throbbing headache. Yeah, I'm sorry if I trip on the words because you and his, it just confuses me when I'm reading it out loud. But again, you and him are the same person in this said story.
All night long.
Although
you've
it can be
been haunted by
metaphorical
a
and also be
painfully
putting,
familiar
I mean, it is
nightmare.
definitely putting the player into the game itself by saying you. That's definitely the intention. It is to have both interpretations at the same time. Anyways, all night long he had been haunted by a painfully familiar nightmare.
However, when he woke up, all tangible images dissolved, only leaving a nasty precipitate.
Okay.
His body led him to the kitchen in search of caffeine.
Tea is better.
Despite the early hours, he found his boss there.
His boss is his dad, and also didn't he say that coffee is bad for him or something like that? I remember something about coffee.
How are you feeling?
How are you feeling?
You heard the question, but ignored it because of his sleepy state.
That is completely
How
fair.
difficult is it to answer?
Very difficult. I'm sleepy, Dad.
You was pleased to hear the words of concern, even coming that way.
It's not
I'm
concern.
sorry, Father.
I guess.
A cup in Yu's hand, inevitably filled with bloody coffee.
Oh right, he bled when he was drinking coffee. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he bled.
You look like shit.
Thanks, Dad. Thank you.
I feel like it.
Thank you, Dad. My self-esteem is so low now that it's non-existent. Thank you so much.
I do not want to lose my last son. Even someone like you.
So there were other people that I lost. There's more people living in the house, and if my dad's up, that means that other people, there are other family in the house as well. Interesting.
His father had his old wool suit on and was about to leave for work.
Bye, Dad.
You do not have to go to the office today. Get some rest.
Okay, Dad. Go to work, rest. Go to work, of course. We're gonna work until we're bone
You
dead
do not
tired.
tell anyone about this, but I am going to tell you confidentially.
Okay.
He believed that the disease manifested itself most fiercely when he went to bed.
Interesting. All right.
That was why you did not like sleep.
I mean, the brain can associate things. People can associate things like that to other things and not just like that, and that would actually cause more of the disease. Anyways, random thought I had there. Ignore me.
His night fantasies became crazier with time. Every dream seemed to him a step closer to insanity.
Okay.
In order to control himself, he regularly looked at his hands and at the clock hands.
The two
He
hands.
walked out of the door. And noticed
Sounds like a Lord of the
stranger in
Rings title.
opposite house.
So you're in the opposite house. Okay, maybe
That
it's a new
stranger
family moved in.
was an identical copy of you, as if his long-lost twin.
All right.
You froze and watched him.
That is supposed to be a play on words because they've been using you and him. That is nice. This is well done.
The door
Lyrically.
was half open,
I think that's
and
what
he
it's called
saw
lyrically.
a pretty girl and a little boy, probably the same age as the kid. behind it.
Okay. The door was half open and he saw a pretty girl and a little boy. Probably the same age as the kid. So, twins, or is a pretty girl as in wife of you?
The newly appeared copy of you smiled,
Ah,
said goodbye to his family, and disappeared.
just like that, vanished. Houdini'd out of there. Alright. Makes sense. Spy on double, go to work. I mean, I don't have to go to work, I guess, so let's spy on the double. Let's do this.
You decided to follow the imposter.
Oh, chapter 3. I didn't realize that. Alright. Okay.
He was filled with excitement and almost childish curiosity.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip
His
you.
assiduous attempts not to give himself away were unwarranted. His double had no intention of turning around.
Maybe he knows I'm following him.
Pavement.
Maybe it's like a Truman Show kind of thing.
The slums,
Oh.
the sound of the heartbeat of a whale.
What? Whale?
A
Where did a
straight
whale
path
come from?
led them to the railway station.
Sounds like a creepypasta,
Suddenly,
following yourself or
The
something.
second you turned back in the direction of the original, but the latter went unnoticed.
I followed myself home, and here is what happened. No, wait. I followed myself home, and I regret it. Something like that. That's what creepypastas are worded nowadays, or titled. So the second you turned back in the direction of the original, but the latter went unnoticed? Okay.
The station was unusually empty.
Maybe the station knows. The
devil
station
went to the counter
knows.
and bought a ticket. You,
Okay.
without much hesitation, waited for a convenient moment and went up to the same window. I would like the same ticket, the same time.
Alright.
A heavy, apathetic cashier automatically held out the requested ticket without batting an eye. The ticket said 8 o'clock. The double sat on a bench near the right track. You stayed at a distance.
Sit next to him, right
keeping
next
an
to
eye
him.
on
Assert dominance. I am the best you out there. Sit next to him and
He
let
was
him
so
know
excited
you're the
that
stronger
the
you.
illness fell into the background.
Okay, interesting.
The train rattled in the distance.
So
The
the
double
illness
got
might
up
just be boredom
and walked to the
or
edge of the
depression
platform.
because you're doing the same thing over and over, something like that. Double got up and walked into the edge of the platform. Okay.
You came close to him, forgetting about precautions.
Why suddenly?
He had decided to start a conversation. He was going to do it in the car, so that the double could not escape.
The double hasn't tried to escape and probably has seen you by now. So. Choo choo. Choo choo.
Before you realized what was happening, the double threw himself under the moving train.
Oh. Oh.
You choked from horror. His feet seemed glued to the platform.
Oh. Killing yourself in a story. Okay.
Everything around him froze.
I think he's imagining his own story.
In a
That would
moment,
make sense. He's gonna
hysterical
be writing this in
screams
his
of
diary
eyewitnesses
in the next
pierced
chapter.
The frozen air. How come he had not noticed them before?
Yeah, it was empty before, wasn't it?
Somebody was killed.
Somebody was killed.
He pushed him.
Oh.
Get him!
I think he said get him, but he wrote take him instead.
Train rattle squeezed out the last drops of sanity.
Okay, so he killed you. Sorry, he killed him. Makes sense. So in a way, he's killing himself, sort of.
Blurred silhouettes, impregnated with human justice, surrounded. Is this the end? The alarm went off.
Yeah, I thought so. It was either a dream or he's writing it in his book.
You
Maybe.
faced a new day, with weakness in his legs and a throbbing headache.
Yeah.
All night long, he had been However, when he woke up, all tangible images dissolved.
Yeah. It's repeating itself
His
now.
body let
Okay, so we do all of this, and I'm guessing I gotta go to work
How
now.
are you feeling?
All right.
you.
I've already went through all of
How
this. Yeah. Okay. So it's the same thing. Okay.
you was
I think this is either gonna be it's
I'm
either gonna
sorry.
keep on repeating or
a cup in.
You
um.
look like
or
feel like
office is the correct answer. So
I do not.
I like how it repeated there. That was a
His
good.
father.
That was a very good way of doing that. Okay.
You do not have to.
All right, let's go to work now. Let's go to work. Oh, let's rest. I feel more ill that way, don't I? Right, I'm gonna go to work first, and then I'll.
You
If
did-
that doesn't work out, I'll rest.
That was why.
All right, let's go.
In or- you would walk.
I return the skipping feature. It could go faster.
Enter.
Come on, come on, come on. You can go on game.
Pinning it.
Oh,
He
Oh, I
easily
clicked on it
sorted
by
out
accident, okay.
insurance Files, and,
crap.
like a clerical deity, decided the client's fate, deciding who was to receive payments and who had mutilated himself with the purpose of deception.
Okay.
Having gone through most of the papers, he came across an extremely familiar storyline.
Did he?
Insurance form, life insurance, Form 42, fractures, serious illness, and death. Insurance does not cover self-inflicted injuries, self-inflicted infection, or suicide.
Okay.
Date of insurance, March 29.
Oh crap. No.
Insurance sum, 203,500 coins. Salary, 15,000 coins. The
Alright.
client was an insurance agent. He bought a train ticket, later to be found under its wheels.
Oh.
Witness testimonies varied. According to some testimonies, he was pushed down onto the track. According to the other, he stumbled. Since the gap between the date of insurance and the date of death was so small, there was a note in the file indicating a suspected suicide. All risks were borne by the office that makes the final decision.
Decline and accept. We know the story. It happened to us. But what happened was that I didn't push him. He pushed himself. So I have to decline it.
You refused the insurance payout, figuring you had guessed the man's motives correctly. What guided him when making such a decision?
I've already lived through it, technically.
Did he evoke his sense of justice, arrogance, selfishness, or maybe envy? His desktop got empty. He completed his work earlier than planned.
That's a lot less work. Usually you have like a lot of work
Yeah.
that keeps on
He
going
was
and
dissatisfied.
keep on going and going.
He felt that he had missed something. Not knowing what to do with himself, he went to his boss's office. He
Okay.
politely knocked a couple
Father,
times
how
on the
you
door
doing, father?
and appeared
Ah, crap. Anything else to do? Is there anything else to do, Dad? Do,
Is there
Dad.
anything else to do?
If you have processed the final papers, then you need to fill out the statements.
Ah, okay.
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. I thought I finished
Wait.
everything. I mean, I thought I
Has
finished
your holiday
everything.
just started? Look at the time. It is the end of the workday. You can go.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's my holiday.
I'd like to help some more.
Ah, crap. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that again.
You could use some help yourself.
Maybe this will help.
he mumbled to himself, picking up a folder with the statements and walking out.
Okay. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna quickly go back to the part where it says rest. I'll try. Okay, I think that is the actual end. Maybe. So I want to see what happens if I rest. I'll be back over there. Also, I'm going to replace this music with something that's not copyrighted. This is definitely for sure copyrighted, so I'm going to do that. Anyway, see you guys there. Okay, so I'm going to rest now and see if that makes a difference.
Okay, I will try.
Thank you, Dad. You're so considerate of me.
You went to his room
That's very considerate
and
of
sat
you.
down at his desk.
Okay.
He took a pen and then remembered that he left his diary at work.
Oh no.
You took some letters out of the drawer, which had not been sent for some reason,
Maybe because I live in a
He
video
took one
game,
of
so
the
there's no one to
letters
send it to.
and added a few lines to it.
Remember when grandfather made me listen to a rhythmic beat in the air? It is the heartbeat of a gigantic whale who swallowed our universe,
Oh.
and I believed him. What about you? You said it was just train wheels wobbling. So I decided that
Okay.
the whale had died a long time ago, which was better than it being just a fantasy.
Train wheels and a
Do you
whale. That is
understand?
both related to the dream that we had.
Asking you this is easy on paper because you will not answer me.
Who am I asking? It's grandfather, so it's definitely someone
Adding
else.
those lines, he felt
Maybe-
he had
maybe
completed
Max?
something important and allowed himself to take a nap.
Ah.
Once he dozed off, he heard a knock.
All right. Sorry, I clicked
Any
very
unexpected knock
fast.
on the door or telephone call could evoke severe paranoia in you.
Agoraphobia,
Because the knock
maybe,
on your
probably.
door is louder and more alarming than on any other door. In a moment, there was rustling of envelopes slipping into the mail slot of the front door.
Ah, click fast again. Continue sleeping. Go to the front door. Let's go to the front door. I'm curious. I am very
Once he got
curious.
up, his sleepiness was gone.
Is this the last chapter, or is there more? There's definitely more. There has to be more.
Sorting out a stack of utility bills, you found a letter addressed to him.
Yeah,
It was a
that
letter
line
from
does
the
make sense. That
sanatorium,
doesn't.
where he
Okay.
had undergone treatment that summer.
Sanatorium for your summer. All right.
Dear Mr. Yu, I am afraid
Dear
I have
Mr.
to
Yu.
inform you that you were misdiagnosed due to a serious mistake on my part. Your disease has a closed form, and the possibility of airborne or droplet transmission is excluded. To put your heart at ease, you can follow the precautions recommended to you earlier. However, I assure you that your disease is only focused on you. Accept my sincerest apologies.
This means that my girlfriend
Your
lied.
attending Physician, K.
Okay. The girlfriend lied. She just wants
It
to leave
would
for
mean
herself.
little to a healthy person,
All right.
but to you, the news turned everything upside down.
It does
The
indeed.
disease got quiet.
That means the girlfriend
That time
does
it did
not get it,
try
and
to
she
get
is
out,
leaving me for no
having used
reason.
you as a disposable case. It was
Okay.
You took a shower, washing away the fuss of the last days, and decided to go to work.
I think the rest of it
You
is,
did not tell
the rest of it is the
anyone about
same.
this.
All right, so I stayed
believe-
back, but he's gonna go to work,
That
so
was why
I'll check the
you-
last other option,
His
which is
night
probably
beds.
gonna be
In order,
accepting the holiday or something. So let's go
you
do
would
that.
walk through the park, or that patio.
Oh wait, this is different. Never
by
mind.
the
Wait a
arch,
minute.
by
Oh, I clicked.
all
I
that
skipped all of this by
in
mistake,
order
I
to
think.
somehow distinguish between days. Otherwise,
Yeah, I think I skipped all of this
everything
last time. I
rushed
clicked on go to
one
work.
endless stream. He remembered that it was the last working day before the holiday when he came up to the office door.
That's right. It's the holiday tomorrow onwards.
Entering the office, you noticed that Frank was not there. He grinned at that maliciously for some reason.
Was he
Found a
fired?
batch
Maybe.
of documents on his table,
All right.
pinning his name tag on his jacket.
Well,
The
why not
work
just
did not
have it
take as
permanently
much
on a
time
jacket
as
and
the
use
last
that one
working
jacket
day.
to work? All right.
He easily sorted.
Yeah. So we've all gone through this one, so I'll quickly skip to the part where the other option is there.
Insurance. Date of insurance. The client.
Okay. What if I accept it? I forgot about this. What if I accept it?
You confirmed the insurance payout to his metaphysical colleague.
Yeah. What if?
What guided him when making such a decision?
Yeah.
Did it evoke his sense of justice, compassion?
Okay. That we already
I am sorry.
read.
No. You do not have to answer.
No.
You
No.
completed his work earlier than planned.
Okay.
Satisfied, he carefully unfastened his name tag and put it in front of himself. A confusing question went through his head. What's next?
That is a good question. You
It
never
was
know.
Yu's first holiday, and it seemed he did not even plan what to do during the long-awaited vacation.
Just chill, have fun, just do you, just relax, you know? You don't have to do anything. Sleep is always important.
He took his time to clean
Get
up his
some
desk
games, you
and
know?
went to his
Play
boss's
some games,
office.
you know? It's Steam Summer Sale. I mean, Steam Summer Sale's gone
He
a long way off,
formally
but
knocked a couple times on
Steam
the
Winter
door.
Sale? Alright, so we went through this. Can I go? Can I go, Daddy?
Can I go now? I have
Daddy-o,
processed all the
can I go now?
documents.
The father glanced first at the calendar. Then
at the clock. It took him a while to realize why his son
Come on,
was
you old
asking
bat.
him.
Can I go now? Taking too long to answer.
Yes, you are dismissed.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you. All right.
There was an awkward pause between the family members.
Mm-hmm.
To break the silence, you mumbled,
If there is nothing else I can.
"You can go."
You can go.
Okay.
Okay, I think that is like the
You
end.
picked up his things, unable to shake off the feeling that he was awkwardly saying goodbye to his workplace.
Maybe it is the
Leaving the
real end.
office,
Who knows?
You noticed a suspiciously familiar face of a person coming out of the opposite building. He was Yu's identical double. A sensation.
A deja vu
It
continued.
lasted until his double noticed him, wiping a smile off his
Oh.
face.
Oh. I noticed. He notices me this time. Intriguing. All right. Okay, so I want to check the other part. I think this has multiple ends. There's no real true meaning to this. You have to interpret it for yourself. I think it's one of those games. But quickly, I want to check the girlfriend's part. So the sickness that I have is not transmittable anymore. And it was misdiagnosed, which means that the girlfriend is lying. So I'm going to quickly go to that one. All right. Chapter 1, I go and I follow the note. I mean, I go to where
One
she tells me to go. Again, it doesn't make sense because it's
It
either
was an
very early in the
unusual,
morning, like 12 o'clock, or very late at night, like 8
when he was
o'clock.
getting
So
ready to go to
either
work.
way, I wouldn't be able to meet the girlfriend. I mean, time-wise. I don't know how that works, but sure.
He was used to working.
Alright, go to the cafe. Cafe. Let's go. Cafe.
Although you suffered from excessive hypochondria, he really had.
Okay, we already went through
He
that.
clearly remembered the day when he heard the diagnosis.
Okay.
Since that moment, he stopped counting.
No, we already saw this part.
He seemed shaken up after reading the letter, but not surprised. He tried to squeeze out a tear to see if he was still capable of showing
That is true.
emotions.
I understand that. I feel that. I am very emotionless. But sometimes that's just how it be.
Alas, he just welled up a little.
Just how it be sometimes, you know?
You decided that it was because he had drunk a large amount of coffee, which dehydrated his already dried up body.
That's not how that works.
Approaching the seafront, he tried to spot Dorina. It did not take him long to find her. There she was, at the cafe table.
Time-wise, this makes no sense, but okay, sure.
She probably had no clue how much he appreciated her starting the conversation.
Aw, that's very sweet of her.
Usually, you are late.
Again, time-wise, this makes no sense because I have night shift and this is the morning, so...
I am tired. I hope you understand me.
I understand you. Also, I just realized that my window is not closed. That's why there's been loud noises through my window the whole time. I am so sorry. Oh, wow. No, wait, the window is closed. Then why are there loud noises? Okay, I guess they're just louder nowadays. Okay. I'm too old. Young kittens these days, they love some loud trucks and doggos. Yeah. I'm a boomer. I'm a loser, because, you know, loser, and I'm Lucy. And then boomer, mix all those together, you get looser. Yep. Alright, Dorina, I understand you. You're very tired of me. I know.
But he did not.
I didn't, but come on. I'm a person who barely gets rest, who's always tired, who's weak, and has a lot of problems. So, you know.
Having overcome his anxiety, he squeezed out a handful of words.
Ask her to stay. Agree with parting? Ask her to stay.
Do not go away.
Hmm.
Let's try once more. Too late. I have put up with my life for the sake of old age. Now, there will be no old age.
But that's not true because my disease is not transmittable.
There had always been a gap of misunderstanding between them.
Okay.
He had embraced his illness long ago, and resignedly yielded to his ailment with a loud,
Make yourself at home.
it seemed that
That
he
is
had
fair.
become
That
closer
is
to his
very
illness
fair.
Than to Dorina. He got distracted thinking about himself.
I mean, sometimes
and
that's
missed
the
Hermine.
case with a lot of things. You just become closer with what ailing you rather than people who are trying to help you. It's just how it is sometimes, you know?
Reflections on how to rebuild his life from the very beginning prevailed over the others.
Okay.
He was not.
Oh no, crap.
I am sorry. I have made my decision.
I did not mean to click on that
I
again.
don't know why I arranged this meeting. She paid for the bill and left.
Oh, okay.
You froze in place, at first not daring to say anything, and then resigned himself to the role of a scapegoat thrown into the unknown. For some reason, he saw something noble in their breakup.
Fair.
You was sure that he went to work immediately after the meeting. But when he came to his senses, he realized that he was on an unfamiliar street, cloaked by dusk.
Interesting.
Despite the fact that the street seemed to be deserted, he felt someone's heavy presence.
It's gonna be me. It's gonna be you
Turning,
again. Sorry.
Rustle behind his back.
Oh.
You impaled his chest on a knife, squeezed in the hands of a long familiar figure.
Himself.
Greetings from the past.
Wait, what? From the
Either
past.
from pain or surprise, Hugh could not utter a single word. The murderer carefully took out the blade and laid your motionless body on the ground.
Being murdered on the street that you don't know
Blood
from
flowed through
from
the
someone
cold
from the
mosaic
past, that
of
is
aged
just
stones.
sad. I don't know why.
The corners of Hugh's mouth spread
Oh,
into a smile.
the music is coming up again. Copyrighted. No. Okay. There's definitely something hidden behind the game. There's definitely, you know, it's definitely like a metaphorical kind of game and stuff. So I'm very curious. I really am. But that is the whole game pretty much. There are a lot of endings. I'm guessing there's like 20 achievements. I might have only gone like 6 of them. But yeah, my name is you, and it's initially in my life. We did hear that line. I haven't gone through chapter 2 that much yet. I don't remember much about chapter 2. I think I just go to work, come back. Oh, I talked to Frank and stuff. Yeah, so that's the whole game. I think I'm not really sure, but I got it on sale. It was super cheap, so I thought I'd play it, and it is definitely very intriguing. It was fun to experience. It really was. Again, I apologize for the the dogs barking in the background. They're very loud at nighttime. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end it for now. Let me know what you think about the game below, if you have any thoughts about it. I would definitely be intrigued to know, because there's a lot going on about the game. There's definitely a lot more than what meets the end. I'd probably play a lot of it, but I just don't have the time, and also it would take forever to edit, and also I don't know if there is something, that's the other thing. But yeah, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. You all are amazing, very amazing, and y'all are cool. Very awesome to have you, you know, to even watch, comment, or anything. Thank you for everything. And that being said, take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.